We met someone new at the beginning of this lesson because Michiko was observing it, so we added the social greeting, Hajimemashite.
Michiko-san, はじめまして。
ローレンスさん、はじめまして。
Social phrases like this aren't particularly productive. Compared with function words, they're only used in a very limited set of situations, and they don't unlock much other language. So I was happy that this phrase was only introduced at this stage in the course, when we needed it for real, and when our skills meant we might be able to pronounce it reasonably well. The next two clips show me building on the work we'd done on the time dimension. I first give our teacher a fairly detailed instruction, and then after she'd done as I'd asked, I describe what just happened.
ようこさん、ガラスの中の棒を2本取ってください。
はい。
いやー、ありがとう。ようこさんはガラスの中の棒を2本取りました。
In the next clip, you can see me talking confidently and precisely about a simple situation. I remember a curious sensation as I was talking about this array of apples. I suddenly heard myself talking and thought, what a strange series of unfamiliar foreign sounds are coming out of my mouth. Maybe they're Japanese, and maybe they're not, but they're just coming, so I'll let them come.
桃色のリンゴは下から4番目で左から3番目です。
I remember telling my friend about this experience and remarking, just think how useful this will be if I want to get a job in an Amazon warehouse somewhere in Japan. The next clips show an expansion of what I can talk about in Japanese. Suddenly, I'm talking freely and without hesitation about some details of my life and the lives of the others in the classroom. Having said that, the use of wa in the second clip was a surprise. I'd felt I'd made out something of a pattern for the uses of this word, but this case didn't really fit with that pattern at all. Not that this was a particular problem, this simply confirmed what I'd already guessed. This feature of Japanese will take some time to get a good feel for.
French は日本語でフランス語です。日本語は少し話せます。
In parallel with our work on the spoken language, I continued writing sentences I could say coming directly out of our lessons. In this example, you can see that my teacher has given me feedback in red about my writing. The sentences say various things about the situation on the right, and the final one, number 5, reflects on what I'd just done. It says, I wrote 4 sentences. Practicing this way was efficient because I got to work on both speaking and writing. And handwriting the kanji characters meant I started to get familiar with some of the sub-patterns that recur in them. I began to notice how these repeating sub-patterns make the task of writing and recognizing these characters far, far easier. 9 months ago, I couldn't say anything in Japanese, but now I could talk about where I and my classmates were, where we all came from, and what languages we spoke. And I could put any of that into writing.
私はスコットランドにいます。ローズリンさんはオーストラリアからフランスに来ました。ヨーコさんはずっと日本にいます。
It had all felt natural, not really work, and imposing no particular memory burden. It had, however, required me to focus on whatever our teachers put in front of us in our lessons, and to be willing to try things out even if they seemed strange to an English speaker, and learn from whatever feedback I got.